Hello learners, how are you all? Students, today we will start our English reader book together with English literature reader. Enhance your reading skills. In this book many interesting stories are given. Students, whenever you have free time, read these stories. Okay, so let's start its first story. Life of a Tree. Life of a Tree, it is written by Alexandra Lopatina. Alexandra Lopatina is an accomplished children's writer, born in 1951 in Moscow. She completed Kiro Pedagogy Institute by specialization. Alexandra Lopatina is an educator. At the moment, she is the founder of project on model and creative education. Alexandra Lopatina and M. Skrepsova are the authors of more than 80 children's books and poetry. Their books are in publication since 1991. Now start this chapter. Name of the story is Life of a Tree. Stories about nature. We all know that trees are very useful to us. We know its qualities, how much it is useful to us, and the most precious thing in our life, that is oxygen we get from tree. Then also we are harming it. By knowing its quality, we know about all things we get from tree, then also we are harming it. Is it true? No, it is not true. With environmental issues doing the round, it becomes very essential for every individual, especially children, to understand the fact that issues like global warming are not tea time or coffee table discussions matter. But the threat is very real and an action must be taken at war footing. The story is a parable. Parable means fable, a moral story, okay? And deals with the fairy tale like situations of tree talking to humans. Incredible as it may sound, but a group of boys who have never paid any heed means notice, to issues like saving or conserving environment find themselves on the receiving end when an oak tree involves them in its life process. It is an unnerving means panic situation experience for them, but an awakening also, they learn also lesson from it. Okay, now start the story. Once a teacher took some children for a walk in a nearby forest to tell them about the life of a tree. The tree is alive, just like ourselves, explained the teacher, stopping near a big pine tree. The tree eats, tree walks, tree breathes and sleeps. It can feel and even speak, but in its own way. Okay, teacher explained them. The children all listened attentively to the teacher's story, except for the three boys. Okay, in this class, three boys, except them, all students listen very carefully, listen attentively. These three boys, except for the three boys for whom this kind of story was not at all interesting. Okay, they did not believe in this. Slowly they moved away from there when the teacher explaining them the story about the tree. Then that time they moved from there, and trying not to be noticed managed to escape into the depth of the forest, and they went to the depth of the forest. What nonsense! I will never believe that trees are alive and can feel, said the first boy. Okay, first and these are three boys. Okay, and first boy said, what nonsense, I can't believe trees are alive. No, trees are not alive, he said very scornfully. Scornfully means disrespectfully. With these words, as if trying to prove his point, he jumped up and caught a branch of a bird. He started to swing on it. Okay, started swing on the branch of the tree, forward and backward, until the branch broke off with a loud crack. And when he swung on that tree, and forward and backward, the tree branch broke off. Certainly that's nonsense, laughed another boy. Okay, another boy, he also laughed. That's our teacher said that trees are alive, they can talk. Then why this tree is not talking? Look, this birch did not say anything when you broke off its branch just now. Now I will carve something. And he said that now I will carve on it. Carve means to make something by cutting wood, stone, etc. with a knife on its bark. Okay, now he started carving over it. Maybe this tree will write on me. And in reply, he laughed and said that maybe this tree reply me for this. So he started carving over it. And I don't believe that trees can breathe. They don't have lungs, the third boy added. Okay, and third boy, supporting his friends, he added that I don't believe that trees can breathe. They don't have lungs. Here, come and have a quick look at this huge oak growing in this glade. Glade means open space in a forest. He shouted, see this oak tree. The children began to run around the oak tree, kicking it as they did so and singing cheerfully. Hey, you old oak tree, tell us your name. They all laughed on tree and said that tell us your name. Suddenly all the boys felt as if something had seized them by their jackets. Seized them means took possessions of by force by their jackets and had raised them. Okay, means they felt that someone raised them high above the ground. Oh, what's going on? Shouted the children in fright. Now they with fright they said that oh, what's going on? In reply, the branches of the old oak rustled and a voice boomed out that made the boys tremble in horror. I am the keeper. The old oak tree said, I am the keeper and the guardian of this forest. How dare are you to ask my name, you shameless boys? Oak tree said that, how dare you to ask my name, you shameless boys? The frightened children were silent and pale. Okay, now these three children, they were silent and they have fear now. The voice of the oak was like a terrible whirlwind filling the wood. Whirlwind means cyclone, like a cyclone. Okay, listen to me, trees of my forest, birches and aspens, fir trees and pines, lindens and maples. We will have to decide together what to do with these naughty boys. Okay, then oak tree who said that I am the guardian of this forest, these trees, he said to all other trees in the forest, then now we have to decide what to do with these naughty boys. Are any of you willing to take responsibility for them? In reply, the trees started to rustle in fright, but all trees, they have fear about these three naughty boys. No, please, no, respected oak, I am afraid of them. All my leaves still tremble from the fright, said the aspen with fear in its voice. And I don't need such naughty boys. What will I do with them? I am quiet and decent tree, answered the fir tree. I have already got too much work without these boys, explained the rowanberry tree. I must grow berries so that the forest inhabitants can be fed in winter. Inhabitants, those are living in forest. Okay, if none of my trees, now oak tree said that if you don't want to take responsibility of these three naughty boys, then I will take responsibility of these three naughty boys. Oh no, respected oak, please wait. Now the birch tree said, no, please wait. All right, I agree. Give them to me. Even though they broke one of my branches and cut my bark, all the same humans are not supposed to be like stones. Oak tree said that I will make them stone. Okay, but that tree said that humans are not supposed to be like stones. Rustled the birch tree with its branches. Besides, the Creator has ordered us to serve human beings. Okay, that tree said that Creator means God has ordered us to serve for human being. Dear birch, you have got such a pure heart. Now oak tree said, you have a very pure heart, just like your bark. pure and snow white, rustled the branches of the oak more softly. Well, take them and teach them how to behave. Teach them good morals, kindness, and wisdom. Then oak tree said the tree that you take them and teach them. Okay, good morals, good behave, kindness, and wisdom. The children were going to object, but suddenly felt like they were flying. Okay, they want to object this, but what happened? They feel that they were flying. They felt that they were flying through the air straight to the birch tree. The boys regained consciousness, but each in different places. Okay, they are in different places. One turned into the root of the birch tree. One turned to the root. Okay, one first boy turned to the root of the birch tree as if he had merged with them. Another turned into the trunk. Second boy turned into the trunk and branches, and the third into the birch leaves. The children did not even have enough time to come to their senses and understand what had happened before they heard the birch ordering them. Okay, birch tree ordering them. Let's start working, boys. Let's do our work. Let's start working. Let's do our work. We can't allow ourselves to waste even one moment. The tree ordered them. Now you can't wait and you can't waste any moment. You have to work. Now start your work. Trees have to do so many jobs during summer season. Okay, and the birch tree explained them that trees have to do many work in summer season. As for you roots, first boy, you are roots, you have the following task. Okay, first boy, the tree gave the task for the first boy. You must feed me with food which you have to absorb from the ground. Secondly, you must attach me to Mother Earth and support me against storm and strong winds. But I cannot work day and night. I don't have enough power and energy to support such a huge bird. The first boy started to object, and he started to object. I can't work day and night. I don't have enough power. Okay, you just have to do it. But the tree answered him that you have to do it. If I don't receive enough food, I will die. And if you don't try to do your best to support me to stand against bad weather, then even the slightest wind will blow me over and you will also die together with me. The tree explained him that you have to work now, because if I will die, then I will fall down and then you will also die together with me. Then the birch tree spoke to the trunk, means second boy. Okay, second boy. And your work, my new trunk, will be this. You will have to look after and protect my branches. You have to protect my branches, leaves, and seeds. And at the same time, you will have to pass them the food which is taken up from the ground by my roots. The bark that covers you is your cloth, and the bark that covers you is your clothes. To protect against the cold, bad weather, and illness, you should try to heal as soon as possible all the wounds made by those silly boys, otherwise the fungi can get inside and slowly destroy you. You will start decaying and will die. My shoulder is so sore, and that boy, he explained that my shoulder is very painful. That shoulder from which my branch was torn off, and where the boys cut with their knife, it is so painful, complained the second boy. Now second boy complained it is so painful. Now he understand how trees have pain. Okay, trees, they have feeling. Never complain, instead they heal any wounds as soon as they can, answered the bird, and then spoke to the leaves. You leaves, now third boy, you leave, my beauty and my pride. Everyone admires you, especially in the spring, when after long winter's dream you look so lovely, fresh, green, and gentle. You, just like the roots, have to feed me, taking the food all you can from the air and sunlight. And what is your work? You have to taking the food all you can from the air and sunlight. From this food extracted from air and sunlight, and by means of the juices which have risen from roots, you will have to develop different substances from which I shall construct new layers of wood and new growth from the next year. Okay, now this is the duty of the leaf to prepare food for the tree, but you will have to hurry up and work day and night. And the tree said, the third boy, then you have to do fast, hurry up and do fast work day and night, as the autumn will come soon and you will dry up. Third boy said, but I don't want to die in the autumn. It is very unfair. I am still very young. The third boy tried to object. Besides, I can't work day and night. There is nothing to be afraid of. Okay. All deciduous trees and even the keeper of this forest, the giant oak, all those their leaves in the autumn. He said, the tree said that there is nothing to be worried because all trees shed their leaves in autumn. Only the needle-like leaves of coniferous remain on through the winter, explained the birch, and added, but if your leaves don't work, you will dry up immediately. But now if you didn't work, if you don't work, then you dry immediately, not in autumn, but you dry immediately. Boys, here you are. What happened? Did you fall asleep? Now, but at the same time, they hear a voice that someone calling them. The children found to their surprise that they had just woken up near the old oak tree in the forest glade. Please forgive us, dear birch tree, whispered the first boy. First boy said softly, please forgive us. You have got a very difficult life, but still you are so kind. Thanks, added the second boy. Second boy said that you got a very difficult life, but still you are so kind. And third boy said he only stroked the birch and the third boy said nothing, he only stroked the birch silver bark tenderly. Okay, student, understand? Trees also feel like us, so we have to conserve them. Thank you. I hope you all understand this story.